Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Torslander in our FM19 Journeyman, and after the back of the 2 defeats in last episode, we are looking to pick up some wins here today, starting off with the game against Kvambi, who we've already played weirdly enough, and then followed by Hitarps, there we go, Hitarps, who we haven't played yet, which is weird. But by the end of this episode, we will have played every team at least once, as well as Kvambi twice, so it doesn't make a difference in the long run. Now, it's worth noting that after this game, it will be the official halfway point of the season, so this will be where we are 50% of the way through. It's a pretty good indicator of how we're doing, really. But considering we're predicted to finish 9th, and we are currently 1st, it's a pretty good sign so far. So, just the one change to the squad today. Hugo Nilsson comes in because Isaac Skug is suspended. Weirdly, he was suspended the first time we played Kvambi for the first game of the season. Yeah, he wasn't there for that one either. So, let's get stuck into the game and hopefully let's pick up some points today. We can't have another one where we lose 2. I don't really want to lose any. I want 6 points on the board convincingly. End our poor form and win this match. Calling 2 losses poor form, in hindsight, little bit harsh. We're not doing that badly. Free kick to us then. Salah who's going to take. He drills it into the box. Jonathan Olsen tries to rise up to head it. Can't quite get there. For a home Lemborn, I think that was there. Hits the post with a very long range effort, but can't quite put it in. And now they have a free kick. Svensson's going to strike. Asmar with a decent save. Parries it out. Cleared. Out for a throw-in. Fairly uneventful first half so far, really. Only the 2 free kicks as highlights, and they have another one right here. There's a lot of fouls going in, apparently. So, Mijinadoi on the ball, and it doesn't quite go anywhere. Don't know how to pronounce his name in the slightest. You saw my attempt. It wasn't great, was it? But that's going to take us into half-time, and aside from 2 yellow cards and 3 free kicks, nothing's happened. We've had more shots and more possession, but nothing's happened. Sorry if you just heard my phone vibrate. So, I don't really know how to take this team talk. I guess I'm going to say not happy. Okay, most of them look fired up or motivated. Salah who looked stressed, but hopefully it was more positive than negative. Let's hand it over to the assistant. No changes there. Just wondered if he could pick any of them up that didn't like it really, but no. So hopefully we can actually see some action in the second half. 60 minutes in then, and we have a throw-in. I was about to make a change because nothing was happening. Jonathan Olsen on the ball. He strikes. It goes just wide. We're playing a bit too... I don't know, all that patience and that control we seem to have in the first few games when we were winning seems to have just gone out the window lately, and I'm not quite sure why. I think, though, we are going to make a change, and Al Jafari is going to come on for Anton Eriksson. He scored in the last game, obviously, and he just seems like a really good option. We're struggling to create chances. Hopefully he can help with that. So let's get that confirmed and hopefully see some effects from it. Free kick to them then. Nilsson's on the ball. Gives it to Bowman. Hopefully we can shut this out, and we do. Farahon Lemborn is on the ball to Salahu. Can he find another pass forward? Come on, let's keep it. Let's find something here. Landholm knocks it across to Olsen, to the other Olsen. Can we find another pass? We can. For a home Lemborn, to Fundel Reiber, crosses it in. Salah who strikes, but it's saved by Allen. Okay, that wasn't that difficult. I thought it was going to be a hard name, but no, it was relatively straightforward. Nothing is happening. We need another change here. Gustafsson is my go-to. Avdiu's playing poor. Let's take him off. Let's put Gustafsson up front. We don't have any of our actually, we do have Nano. Fundel. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go 3 up top. Nano's going to come on as a poacher. And we're going to go for that. Risky. Big change. Never made it before. Let's see if it has any good impacts. They have it comes from their goalkeeper, but we win the header. Gustafsson on the ball, up to Salahu, goes for the cross into Nano, strikes. How's he injured? He's played about 5 minutes of football this season. That might be why he's injured, actually. In hindsight, yeah. But with 45 seconds to play, it's going to be our first draw of the season, and it's safe to say our results aren't very good. Hold on. Okay, that was close. It hit the post. We just about got it clear. Yeah, these last few results are a bit poor, especially compared to how we start in the season. I guess in actuality, they're not that bad. Like, the loss to Savadalans is fine in a sense because they are a very good side, but Kvambi are bottom. We shouldn't be drawing to bottom of the league. It's not good enough. It's really not. So let's go in there and let's shout at them a little bit aggressively. Wasn't good enough. They all look fired up and motivated. It's a bit late for that, really. We could have done with a bit of that motivation in the game. But if we don't see a result in this game against Hittarps, a change of system may be on the cards soon. Maybe we've just been a little bit figured out, I guess. As we see ourselves drop to second in the league, it's... I mean, compared to how we were, you know, all these wins in a row here, maybe it did spoil us a little bit, 8 wins on the bounce. But then 2 losses and a draw to bottom of the league, I just expect a little bit better. So, let's get into this next game and see how we do. Hello everybody, and we are here for the game against Hittarps IK. Now, as you can see, there's been a couple of changes. These aren't voluntary. Everyone's suspended. Jonathan Olsen and William Lanholm have both got suspensions. Like I said a couple of games ago, I think it was, there have been a lot of yellow cards racking up, and those are all coming into play now. We're having a few suspensions in a row. Hopefully, once we get through the worst of this, we can just even out again and get back to having our best team out there. Obviously, Isaac Skoog does make his way back into the side today after his suspension is up. Fundel Rybo, Philip Bergman and Anton Salahu are all still on those yellow card warnings, where they're 1 game away from the suspension. But for now, they are able to play, and play they shall. So Al Jafari and Bowman are the players who've came into the side, and Pontus Olsen, who we haven't seen yet, and Bergenham have all came back onto the bench. So, that being said, we're going to get stuck into the game. Now, these are playing a 4-2-2-2, just a very defensive variant of it, as you can see, and we really need to get some results. We've only picked up 1 point from our last 3 games, which is nowhere near good enough. So, I expect to win. Nobody reacted at all, but that doesn't change the fact that points need to keep going on this board if we want to maintain these upper positions in the league. Highlight here then, Bergman's going to put it forward, but they managed to win possession, and Hassan Fars is going to strike Asmar with a wonderful diving save. Puts it out for a corner. Fantastic work from Asmar there. They're going to take this corner. Maybe if we can win it, there is a chance to counter-attack as Barney puts it in. Al Jafari knocks it back out wide. Barney on the ball, goes out for a throw-in. And I'm assuming this is going to be the end of the highlight, and it is. We need to have some chances. We were having so many early chances, and it was a massive reason why we were doing so well. Recently, that's not been happening. We've been getting shut out quite early, and it's really has been a key proponent of our sort of downturn of form. As they have a free kick here, Barney's going to take it, gives it to Almajed, and he knocks it back. Barney again on this left wing. He's going to try and put in a cross. It's blocked there by Al Jafari. Very well, actually. And now maybe a chance for us to attack ourselves here. Olsen's going to pump the ball up, and Furahom Lemburn runs onto it. A lot of curve on that ball, but he pumps it forward. Salahu's in on goal. Can he strike? He can, and it's his first goal in a little while. It's good to see him back on the score sheet as Anton Salahu puts us 1-0 up in the 30th minute, assisted by Furahom Lemburn here with an absolutely cutting ball forward. It's beautiful to see. Salahu strikes very, very well, as we've seen him do many times this season. It's good to see him back in the goals, actually. I didn't really notice it, but it had been a little while since he'd scored, so it's good to have him back in the score sheet. And yeah, hopefully we can see a couple more as they have a corner. Barney's going to take, and well, they head over the bar. Quite fortunately for us, it has to be said, but nothing comes of it. So, we are going to come into half-time here then with a 1-0 lead. And it's good to be leading before the half again, it has to be said. It's been, what, 3 games since we've seen it? I'm happy with your performance, keep it up. Everyone's delighted, extremely delighted. Just out of interest, and I may actually start putting these on the screen. One of the downsides is playing in 3D is there's no actual good spot for these to go. But if we go with the latest scores, I'm just curious. Salvadorans are getting absolutely battered. 3-0. So a win here today will put us back on top of the table. I'm going to hide that for now, but if things stay tight come the end of the season, I'll keep those on the screen. And, well, that's an excellent result to see for us, to be honest. The referees just tackled us and then booked another player for it. That's one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in this game. The referee definitely just tackled us. Fundel Ryberg takes a throw in then, and we're looking to work another goal here. Salahu gives it to Anton Eriksson. Back to Salahu out on the wing. 2 players sliding on him at the same time. We still get the ball as Avdiyu strikes. His 7th of the season. You know what, a lot of talk has gone on about Salahu and how good of a goal scorer he's been, but Avdiyu with 7 from attacking midfield in what, 14 games is this? It's an incredible tally when you think about it. 70, I mean, Salahu's tally, obviously, is amazing. 12 in 14 is ridiculous. But 7 ain't bad either. You absolutely cannot fault Avdiyu, and he gets himself another very nice goal there to extend our lead to 2. Corner here to them then. Barney's going to take, and, well, it's a very, very good header. Not a lot could have been done about it. I think Asmar made a relatively good attempt at a save there, but we couldn't quite keep it out of the net. And, I mean, just look at the height on this. It's perfectly placed. And, yeah, it's high, it's accurate. It's a very, very good corner, to be fair. And I think in response to that, I am going to make a little change. Now, it's nothing major, but I do just want to go to this positive style and try not to give away too many chances. And I do think that might be it. Our team's playing relatively well, and it'd be a shame to disrupt that, really. So, let's get back out there and hopefully not concede any more. There's still time for us to grab another and secure this lead. Hopefully, that's what we can see. 82 minutes in then, and they have a throw-in. Dahlgren's going to take, but Anton Olsen wins it. Falls to them, though, and they are currently in possession with a long ball forward to Barney out on this left wing. Is he going to find a cross? He is. And, well, they've tied it back up at 2-2. And right now, this isn't good. We need to go more attacking, and I'm panicking a little bit. It has to be said, I am panicking. Does Gustafsson come on? I think he does, and Foroholm Lemborn's going to take to the bench. Gustafsson's arguably not done that much for the amount of games he plays, but I just feel like he has quite a big impact on the game, and I think going to 2 strikers is quite a good backup. Actually, Pontus Olsen as a poacher. I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring on Pontus Olsen as a poacher with 8 minutes to play. This is the perfect time for a player like him to come on. He is literally... I'm not sticking with that. It'd be silly. We're not watching that highlight. But Pontus Olsen hopefully can bag himself a goal. No. No. Such a disappointing result. We've gone from 2 losses to 2 draws. And, well, they came back. Marcus Kettler bagged 2 goals. And it's just very disappointing, really. We've gone from such a good run of form to just something really disappointing. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased because I am. A few players looked demotivated or stressed. The majority, though, motivated or fired up. Now, I really don't know how to take that result because we played quite well in the beginning. We just really bottled it. And again, I feel like our defence let us down a little bit. Still second in the table, but there was a chance there for us to go top with a win. And it's disappointing that we couldn't do that. We're still obviously massively exceeding expectations, and as a result of that, I expect our board confidence. Yeah, we're still untouchable, although this bar has gone down a little bit. But, I don't know what to do. The transfer window is coming up, by the way. It's worth noting that opens on the 15th. So maybe I will look to bring in some defensive players, because I think our attack is still relatively good. I mean, if we look at our last few games, the 0-0 and the 1-0 defeat obviously aren't great, but we have had a 4-2 loss as well, a 2-2 draw. It seems a bit silly to change an attack that's scored so many goals throughout the season. And when we're on such a good, in terms of our goals scored, we are so high up. So, it's a bit of a tricky one to know how to deal with. But that is going to call an end to today's video. The form's not great, and we need to look to pick it up soon before we fully drop out of this title race. Hopefully, in the next episode, we can do that. So, if you want to see how we turn this around, tomorrow's video will be up at 5:30 PM, or you can hit the subscribe button to get it into your feed, whichever you prefer. Thank you very much for watching. Leave any feedback in the comments below. If you have any suggestions on how we can turn this around, let me know. And yeah, have a great night. I hope you enjoy yourselves.